Growing up in Texas, especially being queer, there was a lot of expectation of what resilience looked like. So coming to Naropa, I found a definition of that for myself. Like any 18, 19-year-old coming to college, but I think it's different because Naropa provides that opportunity for it to mean something more than just the American experience of going through college, maybe going to a couple of social gatherings and developing a self like that, but instead I really wanted to prioritize how can I develop the big S self, the capital self. The main thing that I'm involved with is SUN, which is the Student Union of Naropa. I didn't expect that I would become a person who would be on student government. So SUN helped me embody these leadership qualities by providing avenues for me to have my ideas be operationalized. So that was something that was a big undertaking for me. And especially developing community, it came from believing constantly that I belong here. And especially being a Black trans person from the South, there was so much pressure of how I needed to arrive in this space. Definitely had a lot of expectation of who am I speaking for and why. The human privilege of having every other experience that every other person has, if it's love, if it's struggle, if it's looking for community. Naropa gave me the opportunity to know that that is real. So my experience on the board was also very transformative. I think at Naropa we have all of these conversations about systems and how they work and how to decolonize them and how to create anti-racist, anti-patriarchal, anti-capitalist efforts that help dismantle these oppressive systems. But it's another thing being an agent of that cause in that system. And I'm not only representing myself and my needs, I'm representing every student on campus right now and other students who are like me. Because representation is everything in the 21st century with technology, and that's something that needs to be accentuated in higher education, that when we put students at the forefront of these conversations, we're already ensuring the future that it's going to be successful, it's going to be regenerative, it's going to be based off of the progressive dialogue that is happening already in the moment. And so I feel like I've changed in the fact that I'm now intentionally a part of it. I'm no longer walking around with questions. Now I can feel those questions arise and know that I don't have the answers right now, but they're out there somewhere. And so long as I have life right now, there's always going to be a place for me to find answers. So that's what's always bringing me back here. But I think what changes me through that is the hope that it will be continuous even after Naropa. It's not just another school. It's not just another institute or university that you come and you get your degree and then you forget about it 30 years later. It's a school that you come to and you remember there was a pivotal part in my life where I changed. Whether or not if that was with friction, if that was with tenderness, if that was with opposition or in friendship, at Naropa, you will change in some way. Even regenerate, in fact, some parts of yourself. And so I hope that in the future, Naropa becomes not this mountain summit that only a certain amount of people can achieve, but instead a nursery of leaders that really births the next generation of people who are going to be political activists, who are going to be leading these next movements, who are going to be developing resources across nations. And that's my hope, that Naropa becomes that garden that we can cultivate those type of minds in. Well, for my future, I hope that I can take all the skills I learned here and bring it back to the people who need it. People who are like me, who didn't have the money, opportunity, privilege, or upbringing to guarantee a sustainable life. And so what I learned here is that healing is intentional, that we want to heal. It's a part of our nature to want to heal, but in that, it's a part of our nature to rebel. And I want to teach the world that that's an okay thing. But I want to bring methods of healing that acknowledge those differences, the intersections that make those differences, and how we can create a bigger tapestry of sustainability for all the people who are told that they can't afford it, or that they're not allowed it, or that it's not for them, because this is for all of us. Naropa changed me in giving hope to the fact that I belong not only here in this community, but in this world.